But see, she had cut off her hair to buy him a chain for the watch. And he sold the watch to buy her a comb. But it was the most beautiful Christmas ever. That's it, that's the story.
That was beautiful. Thanks, Chip. I can tell this is gonna be the best Christmas ever.
Merry Christmas, Jeff.
Merry Christmas, Chip.
4, 3, 2.
Good evening, welcome to So What. I'm your host, Jeff Donnell. Along with me is Chip.
How's this hat working?
I don't know, but it's got wires in it, so you can kind of point it any way you want. I'm going to point mine at you.
These are weird.
The weird hats.
Hi, Jeff. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Chip. Likewise.
What are you doing for the holidays? Anything?
Wearing a bunch of hats, supplied by my hat wrangler, Peter.
Peter has some hats, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He's known for that.
he's known for the hats. He won't let us not wear them.
Yeah.
How do you like our lights tonight?
Very festive.
Yeah?
I went up to, speaking of lights, my mother, my son's grandmother, actually, it's her new title, stole him, and I came along, and we went to look at all the Christmas lights in Scotts Valley.
Oh, really?
It was ridiculous.
Is it like that hilly area?
There's a whole map. You go up, and the Chamber of Commerce gives you this map, and you drive around, and there's a poker game involved.
Poker?
Yeah, there's different stops, and you draw cards and write down the cards you get, and then you win something if you
Now,
get the
are
best
they-
card. But the point of this story, because there is, the Christmas tree lights were absolutely ridiculous.
In a good
They're-
way or just a ridiculous way?
I don't want to place judgment on it, but in a really bad way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like these giant houses up in Scotts Valley, which I didn't realize there were so many giant houses up there, just covered.
So they were private homes, they weren't businesses.
Private homes,
That
and you drive
somehow
around.
Get into this organized
And then I
thing.
kind of feel sorry for the neighbors who are like, you can tell there's these neighbors with no lights and stuff.
Right.
And there's just cars going by
Right.
like, oh, that's cool, beep, 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 Merry Christmas. And people are, in there trying
That
to,
would be pretty obnoxious.
yeah. But
Interesting.
one-
And so what do you get? Can you win the poker game? Is there like
I don't know.
prize involved?
I don't know. My mom just made us go do this because she thought it would be fun. And there was hot chocolate at the end, which was pretty good.
Really? Public hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Was it just like was it like a trough? Like you could just
No, they had cups.
Oh.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But it was like a lot of the houses, there'd be the little kids out dressed up as elves.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of them was actually a real elf. But they'd be giving out like treats, candy canes, and cookies. There's one particular house that was cookies with this chocolate like frosting on it. And after we ate the cookies, the lights started doing weird things.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's connected or not.
I'm not sure. It's probably a coincidence.
Yeah.
But I like how you didn't pass judgment on the bad lights. You know what I'm doing for Christmas, actually? Not for Christmas per se.
Do you do Christmas? Are you? Yeah, what are you doing?
No, I don't do.
Yeah.
Not particularly. Do you do Christmas?
I run around the whole world and bring toys to all the boys and girls who have been good.
I've heard of you. I've heard of you.
I
You're,
help. I'm part of a team.
help, yeah.
We have a whole team.
I'm going to Disneyland.
Are you really? Yeah. Are you serious?
Unfortunately, I am.
Are you serious? When was the last time you've been to Disneyland?
I don't remember. I mean, I think I've only been to Disneyland once, maybe twice, but the last time I was at Disneyland, I was like 5 or 6 or
So
something.
yeah, at least a decade ago.
Right, 2 decades ago, actually.
So that's
I really
fun.
don't. My most recent memories of Disneyland was being a really little kid, and I have no idea how old I was, but I was big enough to get on the. What's the space?
The space.
The space coaster,
thing.
Space Ghost, Space Mountain.
Space Mountain, right?
How big do you have to be to get on that ride? How old?
It's so big.
I don't know, but
Is that an e-ticket ride? I don't know.
a what?
Why are you going to Disneyland?
Because I'm being forced to.
By
No, I actually am very much looking forward to it.
who's forcing you to look forward to it?
My good pal Kyle.
Oh yeah, you and Kyle are going. Oh, how fun!
Yeah, and a couple.
Did you lose a bet or something?
It's close.
Really?
I'm happy to do it.
Where would Kyle be going if you won the bet?
Where would we be going if you won the bet? if I won the bet? Bonfante Gardens.
That's easier.
No, I don't
The
know.
lions aren't as
But I
fun.
remember being terrified on Space Mountain when I was a little kid.
Really?
Like terrified, like traumatized. And I remember being like trapped in the Sleeping Beauty castle, like on the stairs, and there was a crowd, and it was like, oh, get me out of this place.
So now it's time you've matured and you can face your fears.
I'm gonna try it
and
again.
go back.
Yeah.
La, la,
It should be
la,
fun.
La, 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 la,
It's gonna be Christmas. Like it's gonna be like 2 days before Christmas. It's gonna be crowded as heck.
Speaking of Christmas, there's a bunch of Christmas stuff going on. Look, I have pages of things. Do you know the Nutcracker? It happens again here in Santa Cruz. I just did Tandy
You just
Bill's
did
Mixed Nuts.
Mixed Nuts. How did
And
that go, by the way?
It was fun. It was really great. It's really, really good. It was well attended. The music. Silvo So does the,
Right.
voice orchestra of Tchaikovsky.
Once again, another event that I wanted to go to but didn't.
Yeah, well, the Nutcracker, this is interesting because I was, the Santa Cruz Ballet Theater is doing it with a live orchestra
Right.
at the Civic,
And
which
that's
is
at the
great.
Civic.
I saw it a couple of years ago. I missed it last year, but I'm going to try and go again. It turns out, I was just reading in the New Yorker, the New York City Ballet is doing the Nutcracker too.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
What are the odds? Do they give out the rights to more than one company at a
I guess
time?
so. Who knew?
Wow.
I wonder if like the Santa Cruz Ballet Theater knew they were doing it in New York.
Well, I think the New York probably is copying us.
That's likely.
Yeah.
So that's going on. What else is going on?
Where's my stuff?
I don't know.
Oh, I wanted to plug some things. I personally really wanted to plug these things. I wasn't asked.
Making you plug
I wasn't
these
asked to
things.
by anyone. It means a lot to me to let everyone know that the Felix Culpa Gallery is having a We're Still Here, Damn It party.
Yeah.
5 years of irreverent Santa Cruz art. And that's the Felix Culpa Gallery down behind Streetlight Records.
That'll be fun. You know, they're the only gallery in Santa Cruz now.
Really?
I don't know.
The only one.
I can't think of any others.
Guess who's going to be here?
Um,
My
Sienna.
favorite legendary
Sienna
independent film director. I am just a freakhead about this guy. John Waters. I'm obsessed with him.
yeah, I know you are.
John
you kind of
Waters.
look like John Waters.
Do I?
Yeah, you need the little
The mustache.
the mustache, but you do have a little bit of. Are you guys related?
He's my uncle.
We should get on with the show. There's all sorts of stuff.
We have
Santa
plenty of
Cruz
time.
movie night.
Oh, but I'm not finished. John Waters is going to be here. If you don't know, because I know you're not familiar with him,
No, I'm
but
not.
he directed Hairspray and Pink Flamingo.
Oh,
That's what
and
my
among
piece-
others.
My piece of paper says right there. He's going to be at the Rio doing a Christmas show.
Gosh.
What else is going on?
You know Southern Culture on the Skids, don't you?
What?
Southern Culture on the Skids? They're playing at the Attic. They're really fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Where are they
I'm going
out
to
of?
take you to that. They're at the Attic on December 16th.
But where are they out of?
Friday with Southern Culture. I think they're, anybody know? I think Georgia? I think they're from Athens. I don't know. Georgia.
The South?
We have confirmation. They're from the southern part of
Skid
this
Row.
country, I think.
Cool.
They're fun. You know.
right.
Whatever.
I believe you.
That's it. That's enough. Cinderella is playing Shakespeare Santa Cruz version
Yeah.
of the retelling of Cinderella. Have you seen that? You gonna go see that?
Yeah, I did actually. I saw the second half.
What'd you think? You saw the second half? So
We
you know how it ends.
we went to the
Whatever.
camera's moving. We we thought it started at 8, and we're like, oh, and so we like went up there,
Oh.
and we're like, oh, we're early. In fact, we were late, so we showed up a little bit before the intermission.
Yeah. Was the
But
second half?
and
good?
yet we still followed the plot.
Yeah, there's some twists and turns
Yeah,
in there.
we still kind of could figure out what was going on,
Yeah.
believe it or not, even missing the first several scenes. It was
Huh.
good. It's fun for the family if you're a breeder.
Yeah.
You know.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Never mind.
What?
The attic. Speaking of the attic, because we were a minute ago. It's
Oh.
not a non sequitur. The attic is celebrating its first year,
Right.
and we've done a ton of stuff there the first year. A
How
lot.
has that first year been going for you in the attic, Chip?
It's great.
Or the attic itself?
The attic,
Without you.
it's great. The attic's fun. Yeah, there's all sorts of great music. Jane Sibrey's just played there.
Yeah.
John Hammond. It's getting all kinds of really great
cool
musical
place.
acts. Great art, as you know.
Yeah. Seems
Right
to have-
now, there's a show up.
There is?
Yeah.
At the attic?
Yeah. You want to go over and take a look?
Sure, like right now?
It's the Santa Cruz Music Archives.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
okay, well.
Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't, but maybe if do you have anything you could show me that I could learn about it?
Let's go take a look.
Okay, well, I'll just look at that screen and see if anything plays.
All right. It might. It might not. You never know with our crew.
Is it there?
You want to look at the Santa Cruz Music Archives tape?